Welcome to After the Shoot, a podcast where we take a peek behind the lens to get inspired by the stories, challenges, and ideas of some of the most successful photographers in the business. I'm Justin Benson from Aftershoot, an AI culling and editing software that helps give photographers like you your time back, so you can focus on what you do best while our magical unicorns take care of the most boring and time-consuming parts of your job. I'll be your host for this podcast, and I'm so excited to have you here as we talk with some of my favorite creators.
They forgot about us and enjoy the wedding. And this is, for me, this is super important, because sometimes the couples are super focused in the photographers or something like that and lose all about the energy, about enjoy the wedding. This is super frustrating, because sometimes it's okay, the flowers, when they finish, the flowers will be dead. And
that's
the photography, and the photography.
That's the only thing that will always be there.
Will be alive, and the past of the years will be more stronger than the first years.
Today's episode is all about being insightful so that you can really niche down your business and take on those clients that you love. We were so fortunate to be able to sit with the incredible Erika Lax. Victor is an incredibly creative and exciting photographer, and Erika has that same energy, but she was able to take that beautiful creativity and actually funnel it into a business strategy, which allowed them to take on the clients that love them and focus all their energy on being the photographers they want to be. Creative, insightful, and super excited to be attending every single event they photograph. So if you want to learn how to niche down your business and really focus in to get those ideal clients, today's episode's for you. Enjoy the show. In the past, you may have seen an amazing interview with the incredible Victor Lax. And unfortunately, at that time, the lovely young lady sitting next to me was having a baby. So she was unable to be at our retreat in Peru. But I was so excited to be able to sit down with Erika. So Erika, you are the incredible wife of Victor Lax.
Yes.
And I'd heard so much about you. I had gotten to meet you, but I didn't get to actually sit down and have this really intimate conversation because I came to find out that you are heavily involved in a lot of what Victor does. So he is an incredible artist, of course, but I also heard that even you like walk up to him and whisper in his ear, like, "Hey, did you see the light in the corner over there and whatnot?" So as a team, you guys are really together.
Yes.
You guys are a great team. And I think that's why I'm so excited for this conversation, because it's easy for us to say, hey, my wife will be a second shooter or whatever it is, but you guys are actually really like a co-jointed team. And with that being said, he's the creative and you're kind of like the business person behind it as well. So that is so valuable, right? To be able to talk to the business woman. I always start with the basic question. How did you get involved in photography?
Thanks, Victor, because I am architect. I study architect, but during the crisis in Spain, I lost my job and start to find my way, because it was very, very difficult for me and frustrated, because I love architecture. I love the creative, the creative way on all these things. But in one moment, Victor tell me that, hey, can you help me in some weddings? You can shoot only the on Sunday, and after that you can feel free to find your new job or whatever. And we start to do this, but the first weddings was wow, this nice, no? Is super creative. I am feel free, I am feel good, and start to be involved in all these things. The first weddings, Victor don't teach me anything about light, about anything, because she said to me, you have a background, you are architect, you know about light, you know about the environment, all about this. You have to shoot and start to find your way, because I don't want to teach you and and tell you what do you do, because I am Victor Lax. I am very, I don't know, that the style is very, very clear. So I want that you find your path to make something different than me or whatever, but it's in your way. So we start to shooting only the Sundays. And after that, Victor say, "Hey, can you help me in the booking weddings or in the slideshows?" And I start to make more and more and more. And 1 year, after 1 year, I start to be part of the team, because I love to involve 10% on when we start something. I can make a little. I don't know the.
You can't just give a little.
Yes,
you have to give a lot.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And we start to be very, very focused in the business and all this stuff. And the first years, I was very insecure, because Victor is not a famous, but is a very important person in the industry.
He's famous, you can say.
Or I don't know the
I mean, people from around the world, and this is something that's so cool, and that's why this conversation is awesome, because Victor's somebody that anywhere Victor goes, people hire him. Yes. Right? So like we went to our retreat and we did the retreat in Peru, and people paid him to shoot.
Yes.
They were like, "Hey, Victor's going to be there. I want to hire him for my session."
Yes.
So wherever he goes, his creativity, all of those things, he's very well known and very unique and special in the industry. And to get to this intimate glimpse into the things that, I mean, our talk with him was all about like how to discover that creativity and that sort of stuff. And what you just said, something that was hysterical to me, is that he just said, "Go.
Yes.
Find your own way."
Yes. Because for me, the first years was very hard, because all the people trust Victor and don't trust me. It's okay, you is a second shooter. I want Victor. I don't want you.
Yeah.
And I have to work very, very hard, because I don't want to. I want to see something. I don't want to see the second shooter. I want to be part of the team.
Yeah.
And Victor start to push me to okay, Erika, if you want this, you want to make good photos, but you have to find your way, your photography. The people have to discover.
People have to find you because of you.
Yeah, exactly. Not because I am the second shooter of Victor.
Yeah.
And start to win some awards and something like that, because the people start to know, okay. This guy is good. I can trust to, if she say me, "Can you stay here?" I am stay here, because the first years is no. I don't want to no. I don't trust you, Victor. Victor, tell me.
I hired Victor. I didn't hire Victor's wife.
Yeah, it was very hard. And now I am very proud of what kind of photography I make. The couples trust me. And 3 years ago, we changed our brand, because the first brand was only Victor Lax.
Yep.
And now it's Lax, Victor and Erika, because now I am proud to be part of the brand, because when I told Victor about business or something like that, now it's 50-50.
Yeah.
And the first years is maybe 17 or 18. And now we are in
You've taken a more pivotal role.
Yes.
You stepped into the business. You guys became 50-50 in the business. And then what changes were you able to make? Like, how did you help change the business for the better?
I think start to say no, some couples. I know that it's very but for the kind of clients that we want, I told Victor, if you want this kind of client, we have to start to say no to other couples, because if you want to find this, destination wedding photographer or something like that, we have to build this kind of image. When we start with Victor, we always say yes all the couples, and sometimes Victor, when we saw the other colleagues, is wow, this wedding is amazing, the couple is amazing. Why we don't have this kind of club couple? And I say Victor, because they start to say no to the couples that they don't want to photograph. Is Victor, why this is this is not good for our business, because we start to lose some couples. It's, okay, Victor, we have to take risks and start to say no. All these couples that don't feel comfortable. The first year was very hard, because in the middle of the year we have only 10 weddings, and was very scared for
Yeah.
because, okay, Erika, I say a lot of couples no, and we don't have weddings for this year. But at the end was the best year of our life.
Yeah.
Because we have really nice couples, and these couples help us to start a new step in our business, because our couples will be very higher.
Yeah, like a higher end couple.
Yes, and the couples thrive in our style, not only the name of Victor Lax, because sometimes couples only want to book us because it's Victor Lax.
Yeah.
Not for the style, or not for, it's only Victor Lax. But when we are in the wedding, sometimes I don't want to do this, or I don't like,
You hired Victor Lax, but you're not getting the Victor Lax experience.
And now this kind of things don't happen, because the people know who is who I am, and trust us everything. And our Instagram or our website reflect our way that we shooting or something like that. And this is the first step, that take risks and say no, and start to find this kind of client that bring us all that we have now.
I love this, and I want to talk more about this, because I think this is important. It's always so hard to say no.
Yes.
How did you guys basically decide what couple was your couple? Were you looking for people, like, what qualifies somebody as a good couple to you?
Sometimes the venue, because for us it's important to know the background, or because I am architect and Victor is very creative, and sometimes we need something extra. We need a new places or something like that. The venue is one of the points that we start to say yes or no. And other is the couple. Is the couple tries us, send us a super email that they know about us, everything. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
And the couples that sometimes we say no is the request is, hello, my name is Manolito y Pepita. I don't want to. You are able, or can you tell me what is the price or something like that? For us, it's not a good couple, because they only want Victor for the name, and sometimes this is not enough, because the experience is really not good for us. So for us, it's very important the place, the venue, that if the couple knows us, or the couple want this kind of creativity that Victor and I normally make, because sometimes I love the weddings. For example, Pablo Laguilla, I love the kind of brides or groom, because we know that this kind of couple is not for us.
Yeah.
But it's difficult because we love, and sometimes we are super jealous about, oh, this is an amazing wedding. But on the other hand, it's okay, but these couples, it's not for me, because they don't want us to they don't want something different. But now we understand this, and for me is the key, because now we are not frustrated for this.
Yeah.
We know that there are industry for everything, for everyone. So we have to weigh your path, or you have to find your way.
You have to have a special connection with your couples.
Exactly.
They have to want to love your work.
Exactly. Not every couple is for every photography. Every photography has this different couple for taking photos. So for me, is important to know that there are couples that love you, and there are couples that they don't want to love you, and you have to. The last answer is not the couple. Is I am decide if I want to make his wedding or not.
Yeah.
Not the
other way around.
Yes.
They're not coming to you able to hire you.
Yeah, exactly.
They're coming to you to find out if they're the good fit, and you're deciding if they're the fit.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes after the meeting, it's the couple was nice, the venue is nice, but when we finish the meeting, is okay, Victor, I don't have any connection, and Victor say, okay, it's the same. We feel the same. Okay, we can do this wedding.
Yeah.
Because we know that it's not a good wedding for us.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I feel like me as a photographer, I get an inquiry, I'm available, they have the money, I'm going to take it. But that leads to exactly what you're saying. I have weddings where they don't really care about the photos. Yes. They whether it's the venue recommended me or a friend, they just want me.
It's
exactly. I want more.
Yeah.
I want to give them a special set of photos.
Yeah,
but they don't want it.
Yeah, because Victor is always telling about we have to be selfish. I don't know if because the couple need to be happy, but I am the most important is need to be happy too. If I am enjoyed during the wedding, the couple bring to you the best of me, or because the couple trust me, I love the venue, I am super excited, but if there are not connection, if the couple don't do whatever you want or something like that, is at the end it's frustrating because okay, I have money, but anything else. So I don't want this kind of couples. I have to tell no, this is not for me.
So how do you qualify a couple? So let's say you get an inquiry, you obviously some inquiries you said you say no, sorry, not available. But if somebody gets on a call with you guys and you sit down and you talk, what sort of things do you look for to kind of validate them? Like for the audience at home, if they're looking to really focus in on their ideal client, because I think that's what we're talking about. So what sort of qualities do you look for an ideal client?
It's difficult to find the perfect client, but 2 months ago we have a super good client. We love this kind of clients that trust in us. Whatever is always yes. Mm-hmm. It's always yes. When we make something important, tell us before to make this. Is okay. I don't want to make the ceremony here. It's good for you. It's good for photography. It's good for the light. It's good. It's okay. He tries and he knows I want the best for him. So they trust and they consult about everything. The energy in the wedding, the couple was super nice. They forgot about us and enjoy the wedding. And this is for me, this is super important because sometimes the couples are super focused in the photographers or something like that and lose all about the energy, about enjoy the wedding. So this kind of couples that they trust you and okay, it's okay, and they enjoy the wedding. So this is nice, and that, of course, the venue. Because it's a good venue, the background is super nice for us to make something creative. So for us is this, no, that the couple trust us and trust in all these things around the wedding. They consult us, and it's nice because we start to make some decisions about before the wedding. And they enjoy the wedding because sometimes the couples are super sad or super flat, and we love the energy because big part of our photography is a capture moment, so we need the power of the people.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. So did you guys come up with like an ideal client? Did you like sit down and say, like back when you decided to start saying no, did you sit down and make a list of things, or did you just go off of feelings? Like
for feelings normally. If we love the venue, if we love the couple or something like that, it's more feelings, the connection.
Yeah, it's not so much
the meeting or something like that. If there are connection, it's good, because if there is not connection, it's very difficult during the wedding to create something special or something cool, because it's not comfortable. It's not natural, and we decide to say no because we know the results.
Your happiness,
Yes,
your results, your happiness, your output. So that brings me to my next part. So now you've got an ideal client. You've said no. How do you change your marketing as a brand to try and find those ideal clients? Because I think that it's very easy to say no.
Yes.
It's I can look at all the people that I don't want to photograph their weddings because they're not the right fit, and I can say no. But how do you then say no to everybody or no to many people and really get more business? Was it natural? Like by saying no to couples, you said you only shot 10 weddings one year.
Yes.
And did those 10 weddings were great weddings for you? Did they kind of market themselves, or how did you turn that 10 into more weddings over the next few years?
Yes, we started this 10 weddings was super nice because we have a lot of good photos, and we start to publish this kind of photos in Instagram, in our website. Victor win a lot of awards with this kind of photos. And the people start to know this part of Victor, super creative.
You only started to publish all of the images, all of the best creative style, the direction you wanted to go.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And because at the first we publish everything.
Yeah.
Good photos, but not good couples, or not. I don't know I can explain, but.
They were good photos, but they weren't necessarily the photos of what you guys were trying to do.
Exactly.
They weren't the artistic.
Exactly. We start to publish every day, and the couples start to know what kind of photographers we are. This is the first point that I am think that we start to teach about what kind of clients need to bring to find.
So you were educating through like social media.
Yes.
You kind of educated you educated your future clients.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
not the posts you were making, the things you shared were the people that you want.
Yes,
you directed it towards the people you want to hire you.
Yes. Normally we make 20-25 weddings per year, but only publish 10 weddings because it's the best weddings we make. So for us, the first step was Instagram. After that, we start to change the website. It's very risky because some couples say, okay, but you are super creative, but you only make this or make normal photos. Mm-hmm. It's okay, yes, and we lose sometimes couples because they don't want to have all the wedding
creative.
Yeah. And it's no, I make the other parts, but we only show the more creative or more creative photos, and sometimes it's good and others is not that much because the people is okay, I love this, but I don't want it. I want the normal couples or the family couples or the details, and I make all these things, but I don't show this kind of things.
That stuff's not on the website, but but you do it. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I think we covered it. I might have covered it when I talked to Victor. Is your whole wedding like just I see the pocket of light? And that's great to have that knowledge, right? So be able to say, okay, I'm going to lose some people.
Yes, we know.
You know you're going to lose people.
And we know that our market is super, super small. Maybe 10% of the big community is for us because our style is different.
It's specific.
It's very, very specific. And we know that all the couples don't like this kind of those photos. Sometimes when we receive a request from wedding planning, is okay, the couple said your style is super good, but not for him. And it's okay. I understand. I perfectly understand, and I am so sad, but I can change for this kind of client.
You don't want to change.
Exactly. I don't want to change.
You found the way to essentially. I mean, and this is just a guess, but you can kind of prevent burning out or feeling unhappy or just feeling like, oh gosh, I gotta go to another wedding. I don't want to shoot. Now you're excited because every wedding, and I saw that. So we happened to be at your house last weekend, and Victor had shot away. I think just Victor shot it. the wedding the day before, and he was up until whatever 3 or 4 in the morning, but he was alive, right? He was happy. He woke up early to cook and do all that sort of, but he was happy because he was doing what he loved, and not going to shoot a wedding that was just somebody saying, "Here's a list of the photos, and this is what I expect," and that's really cool to be able to, to niche down like that and find the thing that makes you guys happy in the industry. And it hurts, right? Like when you say no, it hurts.
Yeah, a lot.
It's tough to say no to money. I actually, like for me, that was a big struggle for me. I always kind of just agreed to weddings. I decided last year that I don't want to do weddings where they don't have a first look.
Oh, okay.
Because for me, I can do it very easily, but it's always stressful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always like, okay, I have to do a lot of things really quickly, and I can't take the time to slow down and get creative and do different things. So I made that decision that if there's no first look, or there's not at least 2 hours of photos, I can't do it because I don't get to do what I want. Then I'm spending the whole day like, okay, I need to make time here and here and here and here, and I'm too worried about making sure I cover photos than I am about actually just getting the result that I desire.
It's very stressful,
And that's great to be able to kind of to pick that thing. You guys found it in the way that you interview your couples, the way they communicate with you early on, and that really helped shape how you guys have grown your business, right? And when you were doing a bunch of weddings a year, you maybe turned down some, but you might not have been charging as much. Were you able to raise your prices?
Yeah, sometimes
because of that? Yeah. So because you're so specialized, you found that specific thing. Nobody does it like you guys.
Yeah.
There's literally in the world, I've never met another set of photographers who do what you guys do. So you were able to really increase that pricing because you do what you do.
Yeah. But yes, we know that we have to do, but we are afraid about, because sometimes we don't feel the same that the community of photography, because they know about Victor, about us, but sometimes the couples, they don't know about Victor. And sometimes it's difficult to decide what kind of price is the best. And sometimes I push Victor. I need to increase it, because I think we have to. Now I think it's our moment. We are super strong. We have to hire our price, but Victor sometimes is very scared, and it's no, Erika. I don't want to lose the couple, because we are maybe is very. Is very high for him, but now we are rethinking about all these prices list, and we start to talk about the wedding planners and something like that, because we need to find the way to increase our price. I don't know the
Well, so actually that's an interesting part of the journey. So you have your niche.
Yes.
You have your 10% of the industry that you kind of take up, where you're so unique.
Yes.
You found the ideal clients, and now it's how do you create the value to increase the prices?
Yes, exactly.
And
we have to,
and you can't kick people away, because you've gotten so small. It's hard to continue.
Yeah. For us, it's super risky, because our niche is very small, and sometimes we lose the couples because I am higher, or sometimes the couple don't like our style. So we have a lot of
narrow it too much.
Yes, but I think now we are super strong. Our product is really nice. I think now we are super team, and we are making something very, very special. And I think it's time to hire, but we don't know what is the way to make this, because we are afraid about lose.
So to me, that is such a cool statement.
Yeah.
And I'll say it because I think, anyone who's seen your guys' work knows how incredible of photographers you are, and how amazingly talented.
But
that's the thing. That's what's so interesting about the statement, is that the couples maybe don't understand it quite as much.
Exactly.
And that to me
For us, it's super difficult.
is such a fear that all of us have. So as photographers, it's very easy to say, yes, I'm worth this much money.
Yeah, exactly.
But then when you sit down with your clients that are going to hire you, it's very easy to say, I'm not worth that much money.
Exactly.
and to hear it from you two. I mean, Victor, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's like one of the highest awarded photographers from Fearless, from all over.
Yes.
He is like, your brand is one of the most known in the photography industries, and you are still, just like I would be, kind of hesitant, like, can I raise my prices? And that's a very real thing that we all face as photographers. And I think, again, just hearing it come from you and not from Victor, because clearly this conversation, you're the business mastermind and he's and so to hear that's a debate and a thing that you guys are talking about is so interesting to me, because like I said, we hear it all the time. Everybody in the photography industry says, raise your prices, you can do it, raise your prices, your work is good, but you guys are the best, and you're still curious.
And the other is the couples. The couples, sometimes they don't have the same value for the photography than the communities, and they want to pay whatever. But the couple sometimes they don't know all the values, or the I don't know the name, but sometimes couples prefer spend a lot of money in flowers, in the dress, in the venue, or something like that than the photography. And it's difficult to understand and try to convince the couple that the photography is very, very important. But some couples is okay. No, I don't want to pay this. And for the community of photographers,
it's crazy how much money they'll spend elsewhere. I was actually just talking, just talking with someone else about this, and how they'll spend $5,000 on flowers, or $5,000, but then $2,500 on photography is high to them.
Exactly. This is super frustrating, because sometimes it's okay. The flowers, when they finish, the flowers will be dead. And
that's
the photography.
That's the only thing that will always be there.
Will be alive, and the past of the years will be more stronger than the first years. So for me, it's very it's very difficult to understand this kind of couples that spend a lot of money in things that I am okay. It's flowers. Okay, it's good, because for us is if during the ceremony there are a lot of flowers, for us it's perfect, because for the photo is more beauty or something like that. But I don't it's the same that you tell. They don't spend a lot of money in flowers. It don't care. But the photography or videography is so expensive. You can make a discount or something like that.
This is so interesting to me, because like I said, I mean, I can look at your work as a photographer and I can say worlds apart from anyone else. And it sounds like you've been able to narrow your clients down to people who can look at the work and say, that is unlike anything else I've ever seen. You've really found the ideal client in everybody, but at the same time, we all still face the same struggle, which is the same. How do you earn more? How do you convince them of your value beyond that? And I think that's such a great conversation. And I feel like we're going to be having this conversation again. We're going to have to do a follow-up podcast when you figure it out, because I think it's such a good, so many of us are still trying to figure it out. It's, and again, to have the Goliaths of the industry, like you guys, in that same position, I think it makes me feel more comfortable that I still struggle with it. I think it'll make a lot of people.
We have the same problems in the different steps. We have the same problems. To hire the best wedding, and this year we focus to talk a lot with wedding planners, because now I think the bigger role in the industry of wedding planners, of the weddings, the wedding planners are super important. The wedding planners decide what kind of photography for this wedding, what kind of flowers, if the wedding planners say no, this photographer no, the couple tries us. So now I learn a lot about talking with wedding planners, because now I start to understand the way that the industry start to go. And it's wow, we have to work a lot because now we have to be in love with the couple and with the wedding planner, and there
It keeps getting
yes,
and more pieces.
Yeah, it's very difficult because sometimes the wedding planner love your work, but the couple not, and he tries to introduce you, but the couple don't, or is in the other way. So now we have 3 or 4.
But all the pieces are coming together.
I think now the weddings are more complex. We have to work more for hire the weddings because I think the level of the quality of the photography is higher than the last years. So I think
the bar is raised every year for sure.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
And we love to compete with other. We love compete with the quality of photography with whatever.
Yeah.
But we don't love to compete for money. Example. Yeah. I love to compete for the photography. If the couple love to photography for the photography, for the quality of photography, it's okay if the couple decide to go with the
They found something that spoke to them more elsewhere. That's good.
It's okay.
But not when it's not when it's like, hey, I found their less money, so I'm gonna go with them. But then again, that's not your ideal client.
Exactly. So. It's not my client as.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's amazing.
It's big.
This was so enlightening, so informative. I mean, it's been so awesome chatting with you. Again, the mastermind behind the brand, which is it's a huge brand. I mean, like I said, everywhere we go, people hire you. I'm always so excited to see everything you guys post. It's always so innovative and creative and beautiful, and being able to learn just a little bit more about how you guys found the way to be happy doing what you love. And not necessarily just taking on the weddings because it's a paycheck. And that's so good and so informative. Thank you for taking the time. This has been amazing. We're so excited. I know you have a ton of speaking engagements coming up where you'll talk more about all of this, and we can't wait to communicate, or we can't wait to chat with you soon and see you around. Thanks for tuning in to After the Shoot. Got any burning questions for today's guest, or just want to keep the conversation going? Drop us a comment if you're on YouTube, or join the Aftershoot community to share your thoughts. You can find the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe to get notified as soon as we drop the next episode. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. And if you like this episode, I'd love it if you gave us a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're watching this podcast. See you next time.